Sometimes it's best to bring someone in from outside. For example, when you need to lead a major performance turnaround or a culture transformation. This is because you already understand the principle that the people who built the house can't renovate it. But more often, it's better to grow talent from within. Welcome to Moments with Marty, your short, sharp shot of leadership insight to help you to stay on track between our weekly episodes of the No Bullshit Leadership podcast. In these days of competitive labour markets, greater employee mobility, and increasing recruitment costs, our emphasis has to be on growing talent from within. This requires a razor-sharp focus on performance, potential, and capability development. Sometimes it's best to bring someone in from outside. For example, when you need to lead a major performance turnaround or a culture transformation. This is because you already understand the principle that the people who built the house can't renovate it. But more often, it's better to grow talent from within. Why? Because you know the individuals you're dealing with. Any promotion decision is inherently lower risk. You can be more surgical about which skills, capabilities, and behaviours you need in order to build a culture of performance. And you can motivate your people by showing them that they don't have to go to another company in order to advance their career. A systematic talent management process looks at 5 key components. 4 of the 5 components are assessed at the individual level, and the final one is a comparative assessment that rates your internal talent in relative terms. The rigorous assessment is generally confined to leaders, not individual contributors. The first element is the behavioural assessment. An emphasis on behaviour is critical if you want to avoid talented jerk syndrome. Everyone watches your promotion decisions. If you promote someone who behaves badly or isn't aligned to the company values and culture, what message are you really sending? The second element is a broad-based assessment against the performance standard for that leadership level. For example, team leader or GM or executive. This assessment rates a leader's performance in each of the categories that your company deems to be important. So most companies would assess their leaders on their commercial and financial performance, of course. But in an industrial business, for example, they might also be assessed on their safety leadership. The third element is short-term deliverables, which are variously called KPIs or KRAs or MBOs. These are normally annual targets that are set to achieve specific outcomes. Now, this is what most businesses call performance management. Did this person achieve their KPIs or not? KPIs are useful, but they have their limitations, so they can only really be viewed within the context of the other 4 talent management components. The fourth element is the development plan. This is where you help every leader to think about what they need to do to progress to the next level. Or, if they're newly promoted, to attain a level of excellence in their current role. People need to know they have a future development path if they have any ambition to progress in your company. Now, the final element, the comparative element, is the 9 box. This is where you map every leader in the business on a grid in order to compare their performance and their potential. It enables you to see the relativity of your talent so that you can plan their development paths methodically. A key rule here is that there is no potential without first being able to verify demonstrated performance. Nurturing your talent requires deliberate methodical assessment and management of your people. But if you're not doing this, what are you doing that's more critical to the long-term success of your business? For more depth on this insight, have a listen to episode 231 of the No Bullshit Leadership podcast, Talent Management. We'll leave a link in the show notes. I really hope you enjoyed this moment and that it gives you that extra little spark to be a no bullshit leader.